Welcome to channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any fascinating stories from the past like this one. In 1931, we witnessed one of the earliest tests of bulletproof glass, a groundbreaking innovation of its time. Crafted from laminated layers of resilient materials, this glass was designed to withstand the impact of bullets, offering unprecedented protection. Though thicker and heavier than traditional glass, it proved highly effective in absorbing the force of projectiles during high-pressure tests, marking a significant leap forward in safety technology. Fast forward to 1949 in New York, where two men showcased the double ender, a peculiar pipe designed for two people to use simultaneously. With mouthpieces at opposite ends, it allowed users to share the smoking experience in a unique way. Despite its novelty, the concept didn't catch on, ultimately deemed impractical and unnecessary. In England, 1936, we see the introduction of Hamblin glasses, an ingenious solution for bedtime readers. These spectacles featured angled lenses, enabling people to read while lying flat without tilting their heads or holding books aloft. This inventive design was among many attempts of the era to enhance everyday comfort and convenience. The year 1953 brings us the monopod seat, offering a portable and practical way to rest on the go. Supported by a single leg, it allowed users to sit anywhere, from queues to outdoor events. However, its stability left much to be desired, and many found it less comfortable than traditional seating options. In 1965, a teenager named Malcolm Pickard invented the kissometer, an unusual gadget intended to measure the voltage of kisses. Couples would hold electrodes in their hands, and when they kissed, the device would gauge the intensity with sound effects and a lit-up scale indicating the strength of the moment. While intriguing, it remained more of a novelty than a mainstream device. Jump to 1954, where Robert L. Stern, president of Zeus Corp., is pictured smoking with his self-designed rainy day cigarette holder. Equipped with a tiny umbrella at the end, it protected his cigarette from the rain while smoking outdoors. This whimsical invention combined practicality with a touch of humor, reflecting the creative spirit of the time. For those with two left feet, the Siamese dancing shoes emerged as a playful solution in 1981, featured in the Better Living catalog. Designed as a joke, these conjoined shoes aim to keep dancing couples in perfect sync by literally tying their feet together, ensuring coordinated movements on the dance floor. Back in the 1920s, a robot was created to help golfers perfect their swing. This mechanical instructor demonstrated the correct motion, guiding players to replicate precise and efficient gestures. By observing and mimicking the robot's fluid movements, golfers hoped to improve their technique and consistency on the course. In 1963, inventor John H.T. Rinfret introduced his anti-mugger handbag, a peculiar device designed to thwart thieves. When the bag's chain was pulled, the bottom would release, scattering its contents on the ground. The idea was to create confusion and make it harder for muggers to steal belongings. However, the practicality of spilling one's own items as a defense was questionable. Model Francis Richards is seen smoking an entire pack of cigarettes at once using an elongated cigarette holder. Such accessories were popular, especially among women, adding a touch of sophistication to smoking. At the time, cigarettes were widely promoted, and their association with elegance overshadowed emerging health concerns that were not yet fully understood. Engineer Ted Spence from the Los Angeles Brush Manufacturing Corp demonstrates his invention, the fine brush, designed specifically for bald men. The brush contoured perfectly to the shape of the head, featuring soft bristles for any remaining hair and a felt pad to gently massage the scalp, offering both practicality and comfort. Here we have a bicycle built for the whole family. With 4 seats, it allowed parents and children to ride together, providing a unique mode of group transportation. Remarkably, it also included an embedded sewing machine for the mother, enabling her to sew while on the move, a testament to the inventive spirit of the era. An intriguing device from 1938 shows a Colt .38 revolver equipped with a camera that automatically takes a photograph when the trigger is pulled. The images captured at the moment of firing provided documentation of the target and shooting situation. While innovative, the practical applications of this combination were limited, and it remained a curious invention of its time. In 1963, engineer Alan Stewart endeavored to bring the dream of human flight to life with his ornithopter, a machine designed to mimic the flapping of bird wings. Powered by human effort, this ambitious project aimed to allow a person to fly like a bird. Despite the fascinating concept, technical and control challenges proved too complex and powered. Flight in this manner remained elusive. The Pramobile, a motorized baby carriage, emerged as an inventive idea to make outings with infants faster and less tiring. Equipped with a small engine, it could reach speeds of up to 15 miles per hour, offering convenience and speed. However, safety concerns prevented this invention from gaining traction. In the 1960s, electrical muscle stimulation was promoted as an alternative to traditional weight loss exercises. The method involved placing pads on various parts of the body, delivering light electrical currents to stimulate muscles. The idea was that by contracting the muscles, electricity could replicate the effects of physical workouts, helping to tone the body without active effort. While the method didn't produce lasting results, similar devices are still marketed today. In the 1920s, a check device known as the locator was created by Goods, using shell-shaped reflectors to direct sounds into large-diameter tubes. The goal was to detect distant aircraft or other noises, functioning as a primitive form of acoustic location before the advent of radar. Tested at the Dutch Military Research Station in Walsdorp, the device was innovative but faced limitations in handling background noise. A German engineer boldly prepared a bicycle equipped with 12 rockets. The project aimed to use rocket propulsion to power the bike. However, moments after ignition, the uncontrollable force caused the bike to explode. The structure couldn't withstand the impact and heat, making it highly unstable. Fortunately, the engineer escaped without serious injury, highlighting the dangers of such experimental endeavors. In 1963, Japan introduced the cat meow machine, a device that emitted cat meows up to 10 times per minute, complete with glowing eyes. The intention was to deter mice and rodents by simulating the presence of a cat. Although creative, the machine proved ineffective in practice, as rodents quickly adapted to the repetitive artificial sound. A soldier is pictured holding a Krumlauf, a curious rifle attachment developed by Germany during World War II. This device allowed soldiers to fire around corners or over obstacles without exposing themselves directly. However, it proved ineffective because bullets would shatter when passing through the curved barrel. As a result, it was produced in small quantities and saw little to no use on the battlefield. In 1921 at Bolling Field in the United States, we see a two-horn listening system. Developed during wartime efforts, this device was designed to detect the sound of aircraft engines from a distance before the planes could be seen. Such acoustic detection systems were crucial before the invention of radar, although they had limitations in filtering out ambient noise. The Morrison shelter, introduced during World War II, was more than just a bed. It was essential protection against nighttime air raids. Constructed with reinforced steel, it was designed to prevent occupants from being crushed in the event of a house collapse due to bombings, providing a safe space during the Blitz. In 1968, science fiction writer and founder of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, used his Hubbard electrometer in an attempt to determine if tomatoes felt pain. He claimed that the device, originally created to measure human emotional responses, indicated that tomatoes screamed when sliced. While his findings were met with skepticism, the experiment reflected his controversial exploration into the nature of consciousness. Robert Corder floats during a test of his jetpack on June 10, 1969, in Fort Myer, Virginia. Designed to allow individual flight, the jetpack was seen as revolutionary technology with the potential to change personal mobility. Using propulsion jets to lift the pilot, it could reach altitudes up to 197 feet. Despite the excitement, challenges like limited flight time and control difficulties hindered its practical adoption. At the 20th International Inventions Show in Brussels, 1971, a model tries on a spiral electric bra. This device was designed with the promise of enhancing and strengthening the bust through vibrations during daily activities. Although it garnered attention, the vibrating bra never achieved widespread popularity. A woman demonstrates a backwashing brush equipped with two mirrors fixed at opposite angles. The mirrors allowed the user to see their back while washing, aiming to make the task easier. However, the contraption proved more cumbersome than using a conventional brush. In a photo from October 14, 1957, we see the Wonderboy X100, a lawn mower by the Simplicity Company. This vehicle featured a plastic sphere where the driver sat on a cushioned seat, operating the mower via a joystick. It had its own power generation system, powering amenities like a radio telephone and air conditioning, allowing the operator to enjoy a cold drink while working, a blend of comfort and efficiency. A nurse is shown using an ultraviolet lamp to mark a newborn baby's initials on their skin. The idea was to prevent accidental switching of babies in hospitals by marking them in a temporary and safe way. Although the intention was valid, simpler and safer alternatives like identification bracelets became standard practice. In 1963, inventor Alois Merck presented the Magic Hat, promising an innovative solution for baldness. He claimed that wearing the hat for just 10 minutes a day would result in hair growth within 30 days. Marketed as a simple and effective way to combat hair loss, it attracted those seeking a quick fix. However, as expected, the hat did not deliver the promised results and was soon dismissed. In 1925, Germany introduced the one-wheeled motorcycle, a vehicle consisting of a single large wheel with the rider sitting inside. Powered by an internal engine, it allowed the rider to balance and move as the wheels spun around them. Despite its futuristic appearance, it faced practical challenges like maintaining balance at high speeds and lack of stability. Japan, in 1963, unveiled an unusual device, a pair of artificial breasts with embedded heartbeats. Intended to provide comfort to young children at bedtime by imitating the sensation of maternal closeness, the simulated heartbeats were meant to soothe. While creative, the device did not gain widespread use. A car equipped with a large front scoop was designed in 1924 Paris to reduce pedestrian casualties in case of a collision. The accessory acted as a barrier to catch pedestrians before they were hit directly by the vehicle, aiming to prevent serious injuries. Despite its noble goal, the design was not widely adopted. In 1929, the laryngophone was invented, a phone that eliminated external noise by transmitting only the vibrations of the vocal cords. The microphone was placed directly against the user's throat or cheek, capturing only the voice without ambient sound. While innovative for clear communication, it saw limited use. A young woman demonstrates the dimple maker at the Inventors Congress in Chicago. The device was intended to create dimples by pressing into the cheeks over time. However, it proved ineffective, as simply applying pressure did not result in permanent dimples. Finally, we see a shaving robot in action, a mechanical assistant for shaving. The client, face covered in foam, is being shaved by remotely controlled mechanical arms. While an amusing concept, the practicality and safety of such a device were questionable, and it remained more of a novelty than a household appliance. Enhancing safety measures, the mechanical arms of the shaving robot were adjusted to make only small movements and to stop immediately if the operator jerks suddenly. This refinement aimed to offer greater security to the client, minimizing the risk of accidents during the shave. In 1964, a remarkable invention came from Marn Smith, a 10-year-old girl who developed a simple yet practical solution to prevent neck cramps while sunbathing. Her creation, aptly named the Sun Chair, was designed to provide proper neck support, allowing people to relax comfortably in the sun without discomfort throughout the day. With its intelligent and functional design, the chair eliminated the constant strain on the neck, making relaxation more enjoyable. An intriguing innovation from 1932 shows an officer wearing an electrically heated vest in the United States. This vest was developed to keep traffic officers warm while working outdoors in extreme cold conditions. Powered by electrical contacts installed directly in the street, the vest connected to the system to supply heat. Although ingenious, it required officers to stay close to power points, limiting their mobility and practicality. In 1961, Goodyear unveiled illuminated tires made of synthetic rubber with internal lights in the rim. While smooth and quiet during initial tests, they faced significant problems under certain conditions. Exposure to heat or excessive braking caused them to melt, and the glowing tires distracted drivers at night, posing safety risks. Additionally, production was expensive, and the tires didn't perform well in various situations. Despite their visual appeal, they were never commercially released. At a 1966 equipment exhibition in London, a futuristic method of cooking meat was showcased. Meat was roasted on a rotating stand surrounded by several lamps that radiated heat from different angles. However, the technology faced challenges. The lamps didn't generate enough heat, making the cooking process slow and impractical. Moreover, the size of the apparatus to roast just one turkey didn't justify its use at home. In 1935 Britain, an adapted piano for bedridden patients was introduced. To allow those confined to bed to continue playing music without needing to get up, the keyboard was adjusted to be within arm's reach. This practical gadget aimed to improve the quality of life for patients, offering a form of artistic expression even under limited conditions. A 1950 photo captures a driver showing off his new dashboard-mounted coffee maker. Created to provide convenience on long trips, the coffee maker could brew 3 cups of coffee. According to the designer, the machine could also be used for other functions like making soup, cooking eggs, or heating water for washing or shaving, a multifunctional marvel for the time. Inventor Russell E. Oakes displays his curious automatic tip solicitor in a 1955 photo. The purpose of the invention was to facilitate the collection of tips in restaurants and other establishments. If the tip left was deemed insufficient, a no sale sign was automatically displayed, encouraging the customer to contribute more. While innovative, it may have been seen as presumptuous by patrons. The spaghetti spinner, created by French inventor Alain Dam in 1968, was designed to make eating pasta easier. The device automatically twirled spaghetti around the fork, eliminating the need to manually twist the pasta. Aimed at making meals more practical, especially for those who had difficulty with long pasta, the spinner didn't gain popularity, as many found the process excessive for such a simple task. An unusual invention featured a machine that sold already lit cigarettes for just 1 cent. Instead of simply providing a cigarette, the machine delivered a product ready to smoke, automatically lit at the time of purchase. The goal was to speed up the process for smokers, eliminating the need for matches or lighters. However, safety concerns likely limited its widespread adoption. This impressive 1936 machine, equipped with several wheels, was an all-terrain vehicle designed to handle extreme conditions. Developed in England, the vehicle could descend steep slopes of up to 65 degrees, a remarkable feat for the technology of the time. With its robust and innovative design, it was created to overcome rough terrains that conventional cars couldn't navigate. Here we see the donut dipper created by amateur inventor Russell E. Oakes. The device held the donut and allowed it to be completely dipped in a coffee without the fingers touching the drink. While inventive, it's fair to say this wasn't a problem urgently needing a solution. In a 1925 photo, we see the isolator, an anti-distraction helmet made of wood. Created by Hugo Gernsback, the helmet blocked out sounds and peripheral vision, allowing the user to focus solely on the work in front of them. Gernsback claimed the device reduced noise by up to 95%, with 2 small glass holes limiting vision. Since the helmet covered the entire head to reduce noise, an oxygen tube was connected to ensure the person could breathe while using it. The Toshiba View phone allowed callers to see each other on a small video screen, paving the way for the concept of personal video conferencing. In an era when video technology was a novelty, the View phone represented a major innovation. Today, with FaceTime and other video platforms integral to everyday life, it's hard to imagine a time when video chatting was revolutionary and rare. With the beauty micrometer, introduced in 1933, it was possible to precisely measure facial contours, helping to identify where makeup should be applied to create a symmetrical and harmonious appearance. The device had an intricate design featuring levers and adjustable measurement points that analyzed facial features, calculating symmetry to offer ideal spots for makeup application. A group of people sunbathes on the beach with the help of reflectors in the Netherlands in 1961. These reflectors were created to maximize sun exposure, directing rays directly onto the body to ensure a faster tan. However, what's more striking than the reflectors are the two men at the beach dressed in formal attire, pants and dress shoes, adding a touch of humor to the scene. Innovation in the 1960s brought the massage helmet, which provided relaxing scalp massages. Powered by air, it offered an automated massage that stimulated blood circulation and relieved tension. The concept has stood the test of time. Although the design has been modernized, scalp massage devices are still available today, offering a similar soothing experience. In this 1941 photo, a model is seen in a transparent rowboat made of lucite, an innovative plastic at the time. The design allowed passengers to see everything below the seat, offering a clear view of what lay beneath the water's surface. Despite being attractive for exhibitions and demonstrations, the idea didn't become practical due to the material's fragility and high production costs, limiting its use to special events and technology shows. A portable and extendable bridge, invented by L. Death in 1926 in the Netherlands, was light and compact enough to be transported in a wheelbarrow and could be quickly assembled over small obstacles like rivers or ditches. Initially created for military purposes, allowing troops to move swiftly without relying on conventional bridges, the bridge also proved useful in rescue operations and other civil emergencies. The companion cigarette case allowed smokers to track how many cigarettes were being used or loaned. The case had two separate buttons, one for the owner to access their cigarettes and another for when a friend asked to borrow one. This way, the smoker could keep track of personal consumption and generosity toward friends. Travelers in Somerville, Massachusetts, who needed to cross rivers but wanted to avoid the hassle of ferries or rowboats, could count on a more practical solution, the on-demand water taxi. Although unusual, the water taxi promised to save time and effort, eliminating the need to operate boats or wait for ferries. In a 1921 photo, we see a baby carriage equipped with a radio, including an antenna and speaker. Created in the United States, the purpose of this invention was simple: to keep the baby quiet and entertained with music or radio programs while on a stroll. Although unusual, the concept was an attempt to make parents' lives easier by combining comfort with the then-new radio technology. The useful brush lifted the carpet, allowing dirt to be easily swept underneath. Of course, this solution didn't solve the dirt problem. It merely hid it. Would you use it? In this photo, we see an extendable trailer built by a French engineer in 1934. The ingenious design allowed the trailer to practically double in size when parked, providing a considerably larger interior area. Although the idea was innovative and ideal for offering more comfort on long trips, the complexity of the extension mechanism and high production costs made it unfeasible for widespread use. An 1896 photo shows an X-ray of Nikola Tesla's leg, taken by himself using a device of his own invention. Tesla made significant advances in radiology. Just a year after the discovery of X-rays by Wilhelm Röntgen, Tesla used his own device to capture this pioneering image. The genius was also one of the first to warn about the dangers of prolonged exposure to X-rays, realizing the adverse effects long before other scientists of the time. The Finnish portable sauna was introduced in 1962, allowing people to enjoy a sauna in the comfort of their own homes. The portable cabin covered the entire body, leaving only the head and hands exposed, enabling the person to relax while reading or resting. Heating was generated by a small electric system built into the sauna, warming the air inside to simulate the effect of a traditional sauna. The Pluto lamp, inaugurated in London in 1898, was a mixture of a gas lamp and a vending machine. It distributed items like hot water, coffee, tea, and even beef broth. Installed on the streets to provide convenience to residents, its operation was short-lived. Locals discovered they could steal the products using small pieces of tin instead of coins, leading to its discontinuation by October of the same year. Invented in 1937 by hockey player Jack Milford, this unique baby carrier allowed him and his wife to carry their baby while skating on ice. Designed specifically for ice skating enthusiasts, the device combines safety and mobility, ensuring that the baby could be transported stably and securely during ice activities. A student from 1913 sleeps at a desk that transforms into a hammock called the desk bed. This piece of furniture was made to save space, allowing the user to study and then, with some adjustments, turn the desk into a suspended bed for resting. The idea was to help students who spent a lot of time at their desks but also needed a place to sleep without leaving the study environment. During Winston Churchill's time, pressurization of aircraft was not yet widely adopted, representing a challenge for high-altitude flights. To ensure his safety, the Institute of Aviation Medicine developed a personalized pressurized capsule, specifically designed for him. This capsule was intended to protect Churchill from the effects of low pressure and thin air during flights, allowing him to travel securely. In 1949, Victor T. Hoflick introduced the Man from Mars radio hat in California, priced at nearly $8. The device consisted of a portable radio embedded in a futuristic helmet, capable of tuning into amplitude modulation stations within a radius of up to 20 miles. Although it attracted attention for its innovation and bold design, sales were not impressive. The hat's weight, limited sound quality, and eccentric style ultimately limited its commercial success. This photo shows us what butcher shops looked like during the Victorian period around 1890, before the invention of the refrigerator. At that time, butchers hung meat in plain sight, exposed to the open air, with blocks of ice used to preserve the meat as fresh as possible. Sanitary conditions were very different from today, and keeping meat fresh was a major challenge, especially in the warmer months. A turntable coupled with a projector, an invention from 1929, was definitely ahead of its time. This device allowed images synchronized with sound to be projected while the record played music or dialogue. The system was one of the first attempts to synchronize sound and image automatically, a revolutionary idea, as talking cinema was still in its infancy. A device to aid the blind used sound to help with navigation. Although the technical details of this specific device are limited, the concept involved emitting sounds or signals that allowed the user to identify obstacles or changes in the surrounding environment, a precursor to modern echolocation aids. In 1930, the breast washer emerged, an unusual machine designed to massage and wash women's breasts. Created to improve hygiene and promote personal care, the machine offered massage and cleaning functions, believed to benefit skin health. However, the invention was deemed uncomfortable and impractical by many women, leading to its commercial failure. In this photo, we see a rigid plastic bra created during World War II to protect female factory workers. Made entirely of durable plastic, the bra was developed as a safety measure to prevent injuries caused by workplace accidents. The piece provided an extra layer of protection for women working in industrial environments where the risk of injury was high. Model Betty Dutter demonstrates the new suntan lotion dispenser at the annual vending machine convention in Chicago. This dispenser allowed users to receive a 30-second spray of sunscreen for 1 cent, created to make lotion application more accessible in public places. The device was a convenient solution for beach and pool goers. These remarkable inventions showcase the creativity and ingenuity of innovators throughout history. While not all stood the test of time, each contributed to the ever-evolving landscape of technology and society, reminding us that progress often comes from daring to think differently.